Yeah.
Go for it.
With my little story?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody to the conference chat after spring conference in Phoenix. And I'm going to start off by just telling a little story about, many of you know we have a ton of stuff going on here at the house. We've been doing a bunch of repairs, a lot of exciting things happen. A lot of scary things and frustrating things, but you know how it is when you're doing major renovations, it's crazy. So between that and some other things and some stuff in our lives, I found reasons, and it seems super logical, to not go to conference. So we made this educated decision that, you know what, I'll stay home from conference, you go. And the contractors are coming for the windows and the doors, and there's just been too much. Let's just keep it simple, and I'll stay home. And I just want to tell everybody, I know every time there's a conference, if you're somebody that hasn't been yet, we always say, you got to go to conference. You got to go to conference. It's so important to go to conference. And we always encourage people not to miss conference. But after going to conference for so many years, and just realizing the role it plays in my business and with my attitude and how I'm in the know and how I approach everything, missing conference, I can just tell you guys, was really devastating. And I just want to really encourage everybody, take it from somebody that's been tons of times to conference, and this time I decided not to go. It seemed really smart, and it's really easy to find a reason not to go, but that is never going to happen again. I will be at every single conference because now I feel like I'm playing catch up. I feel like I missed out on something. I miss all the relationships. I didn't get to see Nalani, come on, and Gwen with her leg and everything. I mean, all you guys, it just feels like a big family get together, and it's so inspiring and motivational, and it gives you vision. And vision is what really drives what we do in life. So it's so important to have the vision, and I feel like I missed out on that. Luckily, I got Miss Vision next to me that's helping fill in the gaps, but it's still tough not having the experience.
And you know what? On the way to the airport when he was dropping me off, he's like, I really am a Juice Plus distributor. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I don't like that I'm not going to conference. So anyway, because, he's been on both sides, and he's all in. Okay, well, it was great to have a whole note. I mean, that is the thing. It's really hard to have your husband go, too, or your spouse, because there's so much going on at home. But it is worth it for him to be on the same page and to be as excited and to see all the friends and all that stuff, too. And he missed the spa, which he doesn't really care about the spa that much. Too bad I can't put Stacy in the suitcase for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, but for me, I think this conference was absolutely one of the best. And so there's so many different things that the company, I know you guys all miss Doug. I see that in the chat. Everybody's asking about Doug. They don't even say, hi, Sharon. It's like, where's Doug? What happened here? Anyway, so you guys all miss Doug, and so did everybody else that I ran into.
Everybody loves the Doug.
Everybody loves the Doug. That much is obvious. So you can't not go because couldn't have any conversations.
Ain't gonna happen. You can't keep me away.
Right, that's good.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
Oh, and I said the real test of whether you are really Juice Plus distributor, I think that's what we said, is whether you would go without me.
Of course.
And he said, of course I would.
You can stay home. I got this.
So that's awesome. So anyway, you want to get all of your team members to that point where they're independent. They would go without you. They would do this business whether you were doing it or not. And so, very awesome. Okay, so I just have to say that I'm just super pumped. I think I can't pinpoint one exact thing. There were so many moments at conference that were awesome. Starting off, right away with the bonuses, which I'll mention. That now, the new VF bonus is $300, and we have a new person that just got it today, Yaides. I don't think she's on here today, with sponsor Kristen Basse. And the reason why she got it so quickly is because she didn't have exactly what she thought she had last time. So they moved the window, and now she just got more orders since we've been back, and she's getting $300 instead of $250, which is awesome. And then the new sales coordinator bonus is $600, and that's for the sponsor too. And the thing that they rolled out for me and Stacy at conference was pretty phenomenal at the NMD meeting, where now with clubs, we're going to just add, what is it, adding 2 zeros? How many zeros? Two zeros. 2 zeros to the club levels. So 50 clubs, $5,000, 39 clubs, $3,900, 75 clubs, $7,500, and then 100 clubs was $10,000. They've never done that before, so that was awesome. That was a new thing. But anyway, I wanted to show you some of my goods. Cynthia's not on here. Cynthia had this shirt, Gem and Juice. I had a good time at promo this time. So I got me a couple shirts. I love long sleeves, so this is one of them.
I didn't go to conference. She went shopping.
Yeah, that helps. And then I have to say, and Stacy and I were talking about it, I don't like all the brochures, just being honest. This one is like, I don't know what they were thinking. So there's certain ones that just are not exciting. This is the new One Simple Change booklet, which is good. I think we could do presentations from this. I haven't looked at it totally, but I looked at it really quickly. You know, we have just gotten our bearings coming back here. So the One Simple Change booklet is a good thing. The most excited I got, believe it or not, is this one. This one's already been open and used for doctors, okay? Nikki's cringing because I'm making that sound. Sorry, Nikki. Okay, so this one is to send your little doctor friends and your healthcare professionals. And that means like nurses and everybody, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, dentists, physicians, chiropractors, approval pending. So, and it doesn't cost a lot for them to come to this at the Tampa conference. It's $149 and they get CEUs and they get a free conference ticket. So number one, I'm excited about Tampa, okay? And number two, I'm excited about this being connected to Tampa. This is our time, okay? This is major. So we've got to get as many people as possible. I was on Messenger with one of my customers. I don't know her hardly at all. Her and her husband ordered shake. And I know she's a doctor, so she really doesn't want to talk to me, right? That's pretty much the vibe I'm getting. But I said, you know, our company just rolled out something where you can get some CEUs to learn about nutrition and, I forget what I said, but nutrition, medicine, or health or something. So then I said I could send you some information if you'd like. And she said, yes, I would like to see that. So, you know, one way to break through with the healthcare professionals, and it's in Tampa, and if they like the idea of Juice Plus and all that, then it might all work out. And then I picked up these postcards. So I know many of you love the shred, right? So now there's some shred postcards. Isn't that awesome? So you could send people, there's probably like 4 different kinds. I did not open that yet. And then there's Healthy Living Revolution ones. And it shows on the, oh, sorry, I was reading it. It shows on the back about the cookbook and where to go for the Healthy Living Revolution materials. So sometimes we come back from conference saying we want to do more customer care, right? But we don't want to be like selly. I think those are really good customer care. And then here are postcards. And I just want to tell you that these are just regular postcards and they're blank on the back. And there's going to be, do you want to open those? We could open or we could open one. I was going to give some away this weekend. Oh, well. You guys won't get that one. So when I first started, what we did was we sent a postcard right when somebody ordered, okay? So this would be postcard number 1. Can I see the next set? No, in here. So in that same stack, there's postcard number 2. So this is Farm Fresh. And this is One Simple Change, and it has other things on it. And the shred would be the same way. Get your child a bright and healthy future. And
Jumpstart your journey.
Jumpstart your journey.
With Juice Plus.
Is that it? So there's just different materials. And I think that was it as far as the brochures and things. Although I did get a Tower Garden brochure. This is the new Tower Garden brochure. And they have a bunch of new brochures. I'm not sure. Well, this is the one that is current with the Omegas, right? This one, they just changed the children's health study to Healthy Starts for Families. The family something. I'm sorry, I should know more.
That's one of the big deals about going to conference
the family health
shopping.
Study.
Is because you can kind of look at each of the brochures and find the one that resonates with you. Because I'm looking at these thinking,
and the complete,
gosh,
now what?
There's so many of them. Like, how do I, it's hard to figure out what's what, like, unless you're there to kind of check it out.
Right, you can go on juicepluspromotions.com. I'm not sure if it's going to show you every page. Sometimes, and I looked on the virtual office, sometimes those brochures are on the virtual office. This one does have a little bit of the ingredients for the complete. And then I think that might have been it. Those were the brochures. All right, so now we'll turn to maybe Stacey.
Hey, Sharon. So I need you guys to excuse my voice. It's like a cruel joke when an NMD loses her voice. I've been trying to keep quiet, and it's difficult for me. So, but feeling much better now. That's the great thing about Juice Plus colds. They're short-lived, and they don't turn into something else, which is not true for everyone in this community right now. So, some things I loved about conference this time is I really liked all the training they had on Thursday during the day, and it wasn't packed into Friday morning, Friday lunch, Saturday morning, Saturday lunch. And that freed us up to have breakfast and lunch with our team. And I felt like I got a lot more one-on-one time and just connection time with my team, like at lunch. And there was so much to walk around and go to. The weather was awesome. And just the downtime seemed to be better because it was more connective. So as much as I love Jarrett coming to conference, it's just different when I'm in the room with my teammates, and this time he wasn't able to come. Has its benefits, you know, pros and cons. If he's there, I feel like I do get kind of more relaxed because I'm not always in coaching mode and training mode. But then when he's not there, I really feel like I can dig in a lot deeper with the team. So I really felt like we had a lot of time to be able to do that. The speakers from the stage were very, it was just very useful information. It wasn't redundant. It was new and fresh, but it was reinforcing the path that we were already on as a larger and greater team. So I didn't feel like it was like all new and totally blowing us out of the water like when the UK conference came along, but it was very belief building to see that we're on the right path. And just to hear from these teams that are moving strong, not just quick, but are building strong businesses, and then thinking, okay, how can I incorporate that? One of them is the Freedom Revolution, that new website, because I've always loved mission-driven model for the house of all the information, but I felt it was overwhelming for a new person to go there and hard to direct them to just what they needed. And so I had built a site for my team, and although it served its purpose, we were ready to let go of that site coming back from conference, realizing, one, that we have the mission-driven model to send hopefuls, team hopefuls, which I love that better than prospects. We heard that at the conference. And brand new team members there to get some training under their belt. And it's kind of that chess game back and forth. So it has them do a lot of that information versus us having to invest a ton of time into someone. And sometimes that's a frustration as a leader, is you spend a lot of time explaining and going over information with someone, and then you never even see them again. And so this way they can go, and it's that chess game. If they're willing and really serious about it, they'll watch those videos. And then I can say, once you watch the videos, we'll meet and connect. And at least I can see, are they really wanting to do this? I just sent a message to someone that sent me that, you know, her mom wants to be a rep. Okay, let's see, will they do the work? Because I could spend a lot of time next Monday night that they're asking me to go over all of this stuff, but why do that? You know, they're going to get the perspective of lots of different national marketing directors and people that are doing well in the business versus just mine. I really feel it connects well with our mission, the mission to inspire healthy living, and the join our mission, not so much like the multi-level marketing or even like heavy hardcore business recruiting. So I really appreciate that they mixed both, making it professional and business minded, but also keeping the heart of our mission. And then Julie's done a great job with, just updating the mission-driven model and making it even more simple for us, and kind of paring it back. But her design is awesome. It really just fits well with the Freedom Revolution, and I think it will streamline everything, having that one site, but really thinking that's for people that are like VF and above or close to VF, or those that are asking questions without having to send our new people there right away. So I really appreciated the updates on those two websites, and feel like we can incorporate those well as a team. And I think more than any other conference, because we did have a lot of downtime, my team had a lot of chance to really connect and bond together, which is a beautiful thing because I get to know them all and I know their stories and I know how wonderful each one of them is. But for them to really know each other, and I think Facebook group helps that too, and Voxer chats, but for them to get to know the name, the person behind the name and the voice and the Voxer messages, and to really spend time with each other, they made bonds and connections, and they made like, we're going to do this together, and they made packs like, we're not going to get to the next conference without being sales coordinator or senior sales coordinator. So like, they have each other as cheerleaders now, and I feel more than ever that they're really on board and ready to really work this as a business, and off that fence of maybe, maybe not, should I, shouldn't I, but that it really solidified their belief in the company, in the product, the industry, and where they're at, that they're on the right track too. So that's just my take as a leader with it, of kind of what I've seen coming away from conference, different than before.
That's awesome. And that's the way I feel. I'm just ready to get to work every day. I don't know. Something about conference just gets you super pumped and adrenaline, and you feel like you have new tools. And a couple things I wanted to mention was, one, the Ricky Prohl picture and the fact that he is with, Juice Plus in some way. You can utilize that. Another really cool thing that happened while we were at conference was all of a sudden our beautiful Michelle Fletcher's face was all over videos, and we're like screaming. And so she's going to go next, but we can all use that video. We can all say, this is my friend on the video. You got to watch it. And there's 3 different ones. There's join us for fun, join us on our mission, join us. What was the third one? Flexible? I don't know.
Flexibility.
So Michelle, superstar, let's hear from you.
Okay. So I agree with Stacy and Sharon. This conference was, the way it was organized, the speakers, I really was upset. I came in on Thursday, and I usually come into conference on a Wednesday night, but this time I came in on Thursday. Our flight was delayed, and we got there at 2 to the conference center, and everyone was leaving for lunch. And I was like, what? And then everyone was talking about the Freedom Revolution, and I was like, what is that? And so I felt so like I missed out on so much in those first few hours. And I was like, I'm not doing that again. But I have been watching all the videos on the Freedom Revolution to get myself caught up. But there was just so much I missed, because usually Thursday they give, like lighter training, and usually like going over the virtual office or Tower Garden. So I thought to myself, oh, I won't miss that much. But they really packed some really great information on Thursday mornings. So seeing how they did that this time, I am like committed to not missing a Thursday morning again, because I really feel like I was left behind. So with all that being said, oh my goodness, yeah, my socks were blown off when all of a sudden I was on screen in front of everyone. Like, they didn't announce it. I didn't know until everyone else saw it. It was just incredible to see that happen. And I didn't think I did that well in my initial interview when I did it. So I didn't think I was going to make the big screen. So it was just like, wow. And so to me, I was like, wait a minute, I've got to really use this to my benefit, because it's really an honor to be on a video. So I have been sending those out and saying, hey, I've just come to my conference. I was honored to be in some videos, and I've been sharing it. And funny enough, I sent it to someone who's not as active on my team anymore. And I sent it to her and she was like, oh my gosh, Michelle, I'm so proud of you. And then she said, I just sent it to 5 people. And I was like, what? And she was like, oh, there's someone who used to order it from Amazon. Give them a call. And that lady ordered that day. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was incredible. So I think I'm going through all my customers and just my family too. The same thing happened. They were like, oh my gosh. And then my sister was sending it out to all kinds of people. So yeah, definitely use me if you want to. I don't mind. Use it to your benefit. So for me, let me list the things that I really took away from conference. Like this conference, it was like Stacey said, it didn't like blow your socks off, but it was so much really good information that it was just like, oh my goodness, everything just really fed into, man, are we ever in the right place at the right time? This is just the company that is on and popping. Like it's really on and popping with Juice Plus. 25 years and they are just as solid as ever. Just saying that, you know what, they have to, one thing that I really loved that someone said from the main stage, I don't know if it was Dr. Michiray, but they were like, if we don't improve, I think it was Payo, the guy from Brazil. He's like, if we don't consistently improve what we have, then someone else is going to beat us. And why would we have someone beat us at what we created and what we made? Like we will always want to be the best. And I was just like, and they continue to be the best. Like I think, is today my anniversary? No, 2 days ago was my 7-year anniversary with this business. I can't believe it. And it's just like over the years, I have seen it get better and better. And you know what? When I first joined this, I was like, how could this get better? Like, this is just genius, first of all, but it continues to just improve with the omegas. And when they share the story behind like fish oil versus plant-based oils, and it just keeps getting better. And then now they're changing from papaya because they realize there's, you know, it's the #1 GMO fruit, and they're moving to mango, which is my favorite. Just so many different things. It's just incredible. So, okay, let me get to what I'm doing and what my plans are, because I have been on fire. My head's been down. My husband's been like, okay, what's going on here? What are you doing, 16-hour days? And I'm just like, no, I'm strategizing, because I realize one thing that I think I have failed to do when I get back from conference is I just hit the ground running. But do I create a plan? No, not this time. I just finished my whiteboard. I have it planned out. I have what I need to do to get to 12 Club. Without that plan, it's hard to see the progress you're making, and I'm not going to make that mistake this time. So I've even narrowed it down to how many orders I need for my team. I'm talking to every team member and letting them know, okay, what is your goal? Okay, well, this is what you need to get, first of all, back into qualification or to get qualified, if that's what you want to do. And then I also know how many new people I need to bring in order to make all these things work together. So thank goodness for this company using me in these videos, because that's an excuse for me to bombard people with information. But then we also have a couple of other things that are going on. So that's where I'm hyped. I'm so hyped up right now, guys. It's not even funny. This Freedom Revolution thing is incredible. You guys need to check it out. Like, there's videos on everything. I just realized, and I hope all of you guys realize, that teachers are getting out of school in a month, right? What do teachers worry about during the summer? Money. So what do we need to do? We need to reach out to teachers and let them know, hey, I'm doing something that gives me extra income while I'm at home and is flexible. So there's a video for teachers on Freedom Revolution. There's a video for athletes. There's a video for business professionals. There's a video for medical professionals. There's a video for entrepreneurs and free spirits. There's a video for everything. Anyone you think of, there's a video. So guess what? Take advantage, because time is of the essence. Like, you know why I'm going so crazy right now? Because I realized that now, in order to get a promotion, you need to get there 2 months before October. So I know my deadline is August. I've got to hit 12 Club by August in order for them to count it for October. So time is of the essence. We got to get things done. We cannot sit on our hands and fiddle-faddle. We got to do this. So I'm going to stop talking because I'm super hyped and I need to calm down. Okay.
I've never seen her that hyped.
I've got to get to Q in Tampa. There's no reason for me to be in my home state and not crossing that state and having my family there. So I am going crazy right now, and I am determined, and I got to do this. So, okay, I'm going to stop talking.
Wow, I'm so excited. This is good. And Michelle and Jules have had me working quite a bit. And there are other people too. But yeah, thank you, Michelle. You could just talk all night, I think. And you sound like you had caffeine. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never ever heard her like that. So yes, that's what a conference could do. Laser focus. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, Jules, you're next. And
well, I am not. I'm as excited as Michelle is inside, but it's been a long day.
I know. It's really tough act to follow. And then
I know,
I see
she
one of
should've
your
closed-
Sorry, go
She
ahead.
should have closed it up. I did want to say that I was really proud of our team, for Michelle just really representing our team, and Stacey got a shout out from the main stage for her post-it note thing, which I am going to print. It's, you guys know, like, it's the post-it notes. You need 3 trios to get to be, and then so many trios. It's on Mission Driven Model now, and actually I don't even know where it is. I got to find it. But Stacey, maybe you can put the link in the chat. But I am going to send that to all of my team that have goals, because it's just such a great visual to see, to track progress. And Michelle's right. If you're not tracking your progress, it's hard to see. You might miss your goal, but you might not see like all the things you did accomplish. And I just think that's really important for us to see what we are doing. Sometimes we always just focus on what we missed or what we didn't do, but we are always doing something if we're working. Okay. I have a few things that conference did for me this time. First of all, I went without child in womb, in utero, or outside womb. That hasn't happened in a long time. And so I saw these mommies there with their kids. And while it is great that we have a company where they support that, it also is really hard to be there with your child. And so I don't think I will ever bring a child to conference again, because I was so much more focused. But I think if you've been to conference at least once, then you have a mission to go to conference again with a team member. It's really important that, like they said, you heard Sharon say it and Michelle say it, it's not that we heard anything, we didn't hear a ton of new things, but what happens when you bring a team member, it's like going to Disney World all over again and seeing the excitement in your kids' eyes. And so, you know, having my team there, and who was there? Well, Teresa hadn't come for a really long time. And so it was like her being a brand new rep all over again. She was so fired up about Tim Blank and Stephen Ritz and the Tower Gardens. And you guys, Stephen Ritz, our company, it's not just like us, but our company is making a huge, huge dent in getting America healthier. Like Stephen Ritz is really making a huge impact, and he is the face of Tower Garden. And what he's doing is mind-blowing. I can't even tell you guys what he's doing. I don't even understand it, but there's Tower Gardens in Dubai now. Like, it's in the middle of the desert. It's insane. And so it's just so neat to be a part of this company, and really changing. We're changing, like, we really are inspiring healthy living around the world. Okay, so I will tell you one thing I got out of prayer breakfast. I love prayer breakfast. These guys were so stinking funny. I was cracking up, but they said one thing that I took home that I've already used. And they said, you know, you fight. It's easy to fight with your spouse, and the enemy wants us to fight with our spouse and not be united. But they had decided to not engage in low-level warfare. And that's what happens when you start nitpicking. And I forget what it was. I came home from conference, and it's hard to come home when your spouse is home. I don't know if this happened with Doug, but like, I came home and there was a lot of laundry to do. There was grocery shopping to do. There was a lot for me to do. And then Cletus had to go back to work and work double time because he took time off. And so what happens is you're just kind of back on the hamster wheel. You're all fired up about conference, and they're going back to work, and you're just working, and there's really no time to stop and connect. And I realized by Thursday, we hadn't connected about what I had learned, and we had started getting a little antsy, had some heated fellowship. And I looked at him, I said, no, not going to fight with you. And I realized it was like low-level warfare. And I'm like, we're going to stop because we're better together. So anyway, I love that this conference, or, you know, conference makes me realize how important Juice Plus is to my marriage. and to me being a mom. Because what happens is I come back and I'm a better person. I'm a better mama. I'm a better Juice Plus distributor, but I'm also a better wife and all these other things. So conference is so important in so many ways. And then just two things that I think are practical for your business: the social media branding, and really utilizing social media. I forget who it was that spoke, but she talked about picking 4 areas of interest. And how do you brand yourself? Pick 4 things that are really special and important to you. And that's what you post about. Like if family is one, travel is one, fitness is one, and fashion is one. You are posting about those things like fitness, fashion. You're posting in order. So people don't just see you as like the Juice Plus person, but they see you as this whole person. Now you're into fashion. You're attracting fashion people into your health world. And so I just thought that was really good, because I've been trying to figure out how to brand myself for like 5 years. And she hit the nail on the head. I'm like, oh, well, that just makes so much sense. I have to pick 4 areas I'm passionate about, and I'm just posting about those specific things. That may sound like it was simple. I don't know why I didn't do that before. And then this is silly too. Like, it wasn't anything new, but these two people from the UK, they were this on the same team. They weren't husband and wife, this guy, and I think his sponsor. And to see this guy talk, he was so professional and put together. And this is what happens when I go to conference. There's always somebody up on stage that reminds me of somebody, and I can't help myself. I have to message that person right away. Like, I'm messaging while they're talking. Like, this person totally reminds me of you. We have to talk when I get home. Or, oh my goodness, this person said this and it reminded me of you. And so anyway, this guy was super uber professional, and it makes me so proud to be part of a company that attracts really successful, smart, business-minded people. But he said 47% of people don't follow up because they're afraid of the outcome. And we know that's where the magic happens. And so I just thought it's so silly that we're afraid of what's going to happen, because it's either going to be a yes or a no. And a no may sting for a little bit, but then it goes away. And we're just looking for the people that say yes. And so I just came back with this renewed sense of confidence, and to stop playing small, to stop being afraid of the outcome, because the outcome is never going to be good if I don't keep doing the activity. And so I was just really inspired to do a lot of activity, of course, for Tampa, to make NMD in Tampa, to bring as many people as possible with me, because like I said, it's just so much bigger. You know, when Sharon and I met that guy, the window guy, we ended up talking about church and other life things. I'm like, Juice Plus is so much bigger than Juice Plus. And so it's so important for me to bring people along with me on this journey, because at the end of the day, when my pastor said this weekend, when you go to take a dirt nap, like what mattered, like what really mattered. And I just want to make sure that my life counted, that it mattered. And Juice Plus is the conduit for which I can do that. I couldn't really do that as a stay-at-home mom, but I can do that through Juice Plus. And so I'm just really excited to be a part of this company, this amazing team, and for the future.
That's awesome. I know. I feel like it's a way to leave a legacy in many ways.
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Loved it all, Jules. Okay, Nalani.
There we go.
There you go.
Hey, I wasn't expecting to be called. What I came away with this time more than ever was the determination. I mean, every single time you go, you come back with more determination. However, this time it was a no nonsense about it for me, that everything there was there for us to take advantage of. the fact that our company is so amazing and that they just keep giving and giving and giving. And we sometimes don't even take advantage of everything that they have. We leave so much money on the table and we leave so much undone. And in a way, it feels to me like it's just not even appreciating what we have. And a lot of us don't even know what we have. And coming to the conference gives us that belief and that understanding and knowledge of what do we have on our hands. And so how one of my best friends in the business is a sideline, Beverly, and her line is stop playing, just stop playing, you know. And that's how I felt, you know, no more playing, no more playing. And that is when I was asked to, we had a call for our teams and I was asked to share my takeaway, and I had a difficult time with it because all I wanted to say was, you had to be there. You just get to be there because it's a personal experience. Everything that happens, it happens in a personal way. And as I mentioned on that call, it could be in the elevator talking to somebody. It could be at a lunch or at a dinner. It could be at the pool. But most of it happens right up there on that stage. And we had so much. People were just pouring into us. And I just came away thinking, this is it. This is so it. I came home and, as Michelle did, redid my whiteboard and redoing my royal crown, triple royal crown. It's like, this is it. It's stop playing. So that's it. I don't have very much to share.
I think a bunch of us are going to stop playing. I love the word determination. I think that's what it is. This is determination. We came back.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny because Jules, when she came to my house, she just bought a whiteboard. So get a whiteboard, everybody. Karen, please add in.
Oh, unmute. We got you.
I got it. No, I didn't.
There you go, Karen. You're muted.
Right. So, I mean, I ditto so much of the stuff that, you know, everybody else said, but one of the things that, and I know everybody kind of always makes a comment every month, I have so many customers. And the problem when you have so many customers, or even your regular 40 customers, is if you don't take really good care of them. I mean, I take good care of my customers, but not really good care of them because there's so many of them. So the one thing I really walked away with is I don't use all of the resources that this company provides us. I mean, they provide so much that, honest to God, I get overwhelmed thinking there's so much out there between the shred and all this stuff. So now we've got these cookbooks, like every quarter there's a new cookbook, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh. So I really left with, I really want to give the best customer care to these customers, and that in turn down the road is probably going to turn some of them into team members because they are just, you know, part of the company, you know, feel a part of the community. Oh my gosh, look at the resources. This isn't just about taking Juice Plus anymore. So I have on my calendar, I unfortunately went away right after conference again, so that kind of messed me up, but I'm back and excited. And on my calendar tomorrow is to start, you know, contacting all of my customers, taking a bite of that elephant and, you know, contacting them and letting them know, you know, about the Healthy Start program, and about some of the cookbooks and just about some of the resources that we've got, you know, and offer them value, not just, oh my gosh, are you ready to take your, you know, you're ready for your next order of Juice Plus. So I'm excited about that.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you guys saw some of the stuff I put into Team Transformers today. If you just go on healthylivingrevolution.com, there's the Start Strong with the kids. The kid video is so cute. Oh my gosh. And then there's, I forget what else. There was something else. Anyway, I posted a bunch of stuff that was on there. You could go and see the cookbook. I posted that in our customer group. You can send it individually to people also. But there were just so many good things that were on there. And the live videos from every other Sunday night are on there, which is a great thing to even have events. I was thinking about this today. What if you had a scheduled event on the Sunday that it aired? You know, it was like a surprise to you and your guests. Well, yeah, I know there's going to be a new live video, and sometimes we get that flyer ahead of time. Sometimes we don't. You could do a salad jar party and say, party and learn or whatever. I don't know, but I thought of that today because I haven't been able to keep up, and the only way for me to keep up probably is for me to center an event around it. So that was just a thought. I want to go back to Nalani. Nalani forgot to mention something, but I also forgot to mention something, Nalani, that outside of Stacey's team, who I know had over 30 people, 35 maybe, at conference as her NMD team, and she's got a lot of team out west too, which is helpful. But she also has a lot of people out east too, so she's going to be cranking in Tampa as well. Nalani had the most people as far as a leader. And I know that she was very diligent, and this is where we go wrong with Juice Plus, follow-up. And I think because Nalani, and I didn't want to participate in this, Nalani, truthfully, about you do a layaway plan with airline tickets, didn't want to do it. But I think that really made her follow up with people, and that's probably, maybe how she got the people there. And that's a lesson for all of us, is that if we continue to have a number of exposures, a number of follow-ups, I think the big deal is that we drop the ball at least me, a lot of times, and that we don't have a scheduled follow-up or that urgency to follow up. And I don't know if that's why. Nalani always promotes conference. She's always all over it. But this time she had the most people ever, and that could be why. But anyway, Nalani had one more thing she wanted to add, and now she probably has to add two.
Right. Okay, so the first one that I forgot to mention was how important it is to build a team, and that this business is all about the team. It's not about us. So when we get a bunch of customers, like Karen mentioned, if your people aren't building a team, then what is happening? And that was something that I came away with. And also the calendar. I decided I did similar to what Michelle did. I just slowed down to speed up, looked at my calendar and said, I'm going to fill my calendar with events. This is all about events. And we heard that a lot at the conference because we know that is at the foundation of where we are. So it was building the team, but not just saying team building, is helping the team build a team and having events where we're sharing the business just as much as we share the product, and we're not afraid or ashamed to. We're not doing bait and switch. People know, they know what to expect, and they come and they expect it, and I think we're going to see amazing things in 6 months from now.
Thank you, Nalani. I know that one of the fastest growing teams is Wendy Vance's team, and they just constantly do potlucks because there's a synergy when team members get together and they invite other people into the community, and they share stories, and they share business stories also. And so within those stories, there might be research or whatever, but they share stories and they share food, fellowship, And so anyway, that's a good point, Nalani. So those were our leaders. I wanted to open it up to anybody else who was at conference. Like I picture Gwen with her leg. If she wanted to add what her experience was from the wheelchair, she can. And then anyone else who was there, I see a couple other people who were there. If you want to chime in, then please do. Share your experience or share what you're excited to implement.
Okay.
There she is.
All right. I got more attention in a wheelchair than anything.
What?
I got high fives from Jeff for Birdy. Come on. He would never have seen me if I wasn't rolling around looking all pathetic.
That's good.
But, it was great. I love conference, and, no excuses, all right? I have the best picture now and the best thing for everybody to use. There's really no excuse.
That's true.
That's right. I noticed that, by the way. I was thinking,
Sorry, Doug.
Glenn probably won't be there either. And then there she is. I'm like, oh.
Even though she was, and you,
I got permission from the doctor before I got out of the hospital to go to conference.
that was big.
He was, yeah, he was fixing my leg. I'm like, can I go to Phoenix next week? I have this thing I need to do. It's like, sure, you're fine.
Good. Yeah, so if you want attention, go in a wheelchair.
Yeah, but I don't recommend it. My poor husband, he worked his butt off.
I know.
Pushing me back and forth. Oh,
He's so easygoing though. He's so
it
great.
is hard. I have a whole new perspective for people suffering in a wheelchair. Whole new thing.
I'll bet.
It was hard.
Okay, anybody else want to add in? Don't be shy.
Stephanie, are you still on? Stephanie Ivey?
Yes, I'm on.
Would you share your viewpoint as a new person, new distributor, and first-time conference attender?
Yeah, sure. Let me step out. I'm in the nail salon. Let me step out of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Hey, you gotta watch wherever you're at, you know?
Yeah.
No, it was a really amazing experience. I really did enjoy getting to know all the teammates and getting to really interact with them and learning so much. And it was cool because it was my first time at conference, and I also brought my cousin Shyla, who had just made it to VF. So I had brought somebody new with me, and so we were just in awe of it. And it set me on fire. It's kind of like, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing, and this is the reason I'm doing it. And you know, the why that makes you cry. And I'm hoping I'm going to go see my mom this weekend, and I'm hoping that I finally can get her on Juice Plus and make that happen and go, yes, you know, Mom, this is why. And it was just, I came back and I got a customer who put her whole family on Juice Plus. And so like that Monday that I came back, it was okay. And we'd been talking the whole entire conference. And so she was like, yeah, let's do it. And she was even interested in Tower Garden. Then I came back, and the man that is in charge of the community garden here is going to grant me some money to get one in my classroom and start that way. And then he wants to put 2 or 3 tower gardens in his actual community garden. And so we're just going to go from there and start putting as many in a classroom as we possibly can. But it was just, you know, my NMD song is going to be Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys. I know it. That is my song. That is what we're going to be singing in my NMD when I make it.
Awesome. You are nonstop. I know that. Way to
She
go.
is on fire. She's the
I'm just
whip that keeps me going.
Uh-huh. That's awesome. Glad you
Well,
could.
and it was a rough, I mean, it must have been God ordained, because there was so much turmoil that happened before I got there. My husband was in the hospital with staph infection on his neck. And so we had been, Sunday we were in the hospital, he had surgery on it, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and my sweet husband said, conference isn't even an issue, Stephanie. You're going. It wasn't even a no on the table. You are going. He understands the importance this is in our family and the role that it plays. So he understood, and he sent me with his blessing. So it was God. I was right where I was supposed to be.
So awesome. Thanks for sharing that. What a supportive husband.
Yes, very much so. Very, very much so.
Great.
I mean, he had a zipper scar on his neck where he got cut open and got that thing drained. So it was just, and then was back in the ER last night. You know, he was back in the ER with the same neck thing last night. So
I hope he gets better.
me too. Me too.
Nikki? She's like waiting for us to call on her.
Sure. No.
You look like you wanted to talk earlier.
So this was my second conference. I went to Indy in October, and I loved it. So for me, it's hard to schedule. So I work full time. So for me, I have to take vacation days. My husband has to figure out, to make sure we're picking up the kids and where we need to go, but I'm taking time off of work to come. So it's a huge commitment, but it's one that after Indianapolis, I went in as a new person. So I was a little nervous. I was a little skeptical. I didn't know what to expect. I was, sharing a room with these women who I've never met in person. I mean, including Jules and Bridget, who I talk to all the time, but have never met in person. We came from 4 different states. I thought there was 5 of us. I think we're 5 different states in Indianapolis. But so this time was a little different. Like I had, spent a few days with Jules and Bridget, and I know Teresa. She lives not too far from me. So it was a little different this time around, as I felt a little more comfortable around the girls. And we just it's inspiring, it's motivating. It's a bonding experience for us, to kind of be there together and to kind of see people outside of Zoom and outside of Voxer. So you really kind of get to solidify those relationships a little bit more. And what I got out of conference was I need to build team. So I know that's where I'm sitting out of. I need customers, but I need to build team. And I kept thinking who I want to bring with me to conference. So it was a totally different experience from the first time to this time of who do I want to bring with me? Who do I want to have on this journey with me? And it's funny, Teresa and I probably live 20 minutes away from each other, but we had to fly all the way to Phoenix to spend time together. But it kind of helped us as far as in the area, we can work together. She has her tower garden. I just got mine. So we'll probably be doing stuff together over the next couple of months. And I've got my Hopper app checking out flight prices for Tampa, waiting for the price to drop. It keeps telling me to wait. So yeah, it sets you on fire. And everybody gets a little something different out of it. It depends on where you're at. But I know the first one, I loved it. Second one, I'm in, and I don't want to miss one from here on out. So
awesome. Yeah. Wonderful. And congratulations on being a new VF and a new Tower Garden owner.
Yay. I'm so excited.
Qualified. So yay, just keep on cranking. All right.
Nikki, did we message people while we were there about joining your team?
We did. So I think I messaged 4 or 5 people, and 2 are open to phone calls. So, and the other ones didn't get back to me. So it's not a no. It's, ask again.
And you put an event on the calendar too. So
yeah.
You get a little brave when you're with all of us, right?
Yes, you do. There's not much of a choice.
It's a little scary, right? Well, anyway, on that note, we'll say goodnight. Did you have any last words?
No.
No. Okay.
Great talk.
Am I making you tired over here?
No.
Okay. So anyway, it's so good to see you guys, and it was awesome to be there at conference with many of you. And Tampa, we have got to work every day on Tampa, and I think we should have a little spreadsheet that we just keep track of our number of exposures to see how often we talk to our team members, but also people about that ANA conference or about Tampa, so that we can have a lot of people there with us. All right, guys?
Go Tampa.
Thanks for speaking up, everybody. All right, talk to you later.
Good night, everybody.
Good seeing you, Doug.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Do you know all these things?
Yeah, it's the docs. Oh, the logos on Voxer.
In the brochure.
I'm just wondering if there's the text available.
Good night.
I don't know. She can check it out.